Hello everyone, welcome to another Youth Tutors video. Today we will be going over how to simplify fractions using these three examples. Let's get started. First, we have 5 over 10. The first step when simplifying fractions is identifying the factors of the numerator and the denominator. So let's do that. We have 5 and 10. Okay, so what are the factors that give us 5? 5 times 1 gives us 5, so the factors would be 5 and 1. You could also put them in order if that makes it easier. And then for 10, we have 10 times 1 gives us 10, and also 5 times 2 gives us 10, making the factors 1, 2, 5, and 10. After listing out the individual factors of the numerator and denominator, you're going to identify the greatest common factor, which in this case would be, actually, before identifying the greatest common factor, look for the common factors in general, which in this case are 1, 1 and 5. And then you would proceed to identify the greatest common factor, which would be 5. The reason why we find the greatest common factor is because it simplifies the fraction to its fullest. If we don't find the greatest common factor, we would have to simplify once more. So this just kind of condenses all the steps you have to do. Knowing that our greatest common factor is 5, now we're going to divide the top and bottom by 5. And remember, whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom, and whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So if you multiply the denominator by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, you have to do the same to the top, and the same goes with division. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. So this would be our final answer. Let's move on to the next one. 3 over 12, same thing. Let's list out the individual factors of the numerator and denominator. We have 3 times 1 gives us 3, making the factors 1 and 3, and then 12. There's actually a lot that gives us 12, so let's see. 12 times 1 gives us 12, 3 times 4 gives us 12, and 6 times 2 gives us 12. This makes our factors 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Oh, and 1. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now let's identify our common factors, which are 1 and 3. Now, out of these two, which one is the greatest common factor? And that would be 3. So we know we have to divide the top and the bottom by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, 12 divided by 3 is 4, and that is our final answer. And as you can see in both, we can't really simplify further. So that means we have the right answer. Let's move on to our last problem. 5 over 25, same thing. Let's list out the individual factors of each. 5 times 1 is 5, making our factors 1 and 5. Here it would be 25 times 1 is 25, and 5 times 5 is 25, so 1, 5, 25. Okay, let's find the common factors, 1 and 5, and which one would be the greatest out of the two? That's 5, so we have to divide by 5, and that makes our final fraction 1 over 5. So that is basically it. All you're doing when you're simplifying fractions is listing out the individual factors of the top and the bottom, numerator and denominator, identifying the common factors, afterwards the greatest common factor, and then dividing by that to get the simplest form of your fraction. I hope this video was helpful. As always, like, share, and comment any kinds of suggestions, questions. Thank you so much. Have a great day.